Jesse, are you thinking that maybe you left a couple of dollars on the table there, or are you happy with the way things are trading now?
Well, we're just thrilled to be a public company and take the next step, and it's a testament to all the hard work of our folks, and we're really excited by the long-term opportunity that we have as a company.
Now, one thing that you are probably looking to do at some point is turn a profit, right? You've made a loss for the last several years in spite of growing at double-digit figures. When do you anticipate making a profit?
Well, so if you take a look at our historic capital structure, we carried a fair amount of debt, which is not unusual for a private company. And as we have just gone through this process, we've raised a fair amount of funds that will allow us to get the right capital structure, and that really sets us up, for the future to move towards net income profitability. But what I would stress is we are a highly profitable company from an EBITDA standpoint. We've continued to grow that. We generate a fair amount of cash flow, and that's really allowed us to invest in our growth initiatives around expanding the market. We're dealing with a very high growth market that has some secular trends, and also it's allowed us to continue to invest in our recycling.
Private equity backers included Ares Management and the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan Board, so I'm sure they're pleased with the exit, but now you're sort of on your own, right? So how do you change that structure now? How much debt will you pay down with this amount of money that you've raised, and what structure do you want?
Well, the shares that we issued were all primary shares, and the primary use of proceeds is to pay down debt. So, I won't get into specifics, but that being the primary, obviously that has a meaningful impact on our capital structure and allows us to continue to, invest in the market. And just as a reminder, 80% of our market is not our types of materials, and that conversion is accelerating to us.
Now, you have about 1,500 employees as of last count, and you've got several factories in the United States. How is the pandemic affecting everything for you right now, from the decision to go public in this environment to being able to continue making the outdoor furniture?
Yeah, and so just as a macro reminder, we make outdoor decking and living spaces. As you highlight, we manufacture in the U.S., and obviously as the pandemic came upon us, our priority was the safety of our employees. And the way in which we manufacture allows us to create an appropriate distance between our employees. That combined with a change in the way we do things, gives us the confidence that in any environment we can operate safely. So we've been able to maintain our supply chains. We primarily manufacture in the U.S., so we haven't had any, or we manufacture in the U.S. with our supply chains primarily based out of the U.S., and so we haven't had any interruption. And I think as importantly, our customer base. We deal with contractors that are on the outside of houses, and our customer base, as they continue to do construction, is able to operate very safely and continue to give people outdoor living spaces.